Hi Akash, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How are you?
Great.
So first about yourself, how you got to know about TISS, B.ED, M.ED
Mm,
course, yeah, and your academic background from which state city you belong.
Ach, okay. So, I did my humanities till 12th. I scored 94.6 from CBSE, and then I joined for political science honors from Delhi University ARSD College and in 2019. By
Okay.
2022, I graduated, and I decided that doing a master's in political science don't have too much. I mean, it's a oversaturated degree right now, and I was also feeling ki everybody is doing this, and everyone is trying to avoid getting skills. Everyone is kind of delaying this question that what they will do in future. So I was thinking either I will do a technical degree or I would try to prepare for a government exam. I talked to a lot of people during my 2022 to decide that first I will try a government job preparation. I started preparing in the starting of 2023 for SSC exam. For 6 and 7 months, I prepared and I scored 121 marks in my first attempt in SSC CGL. And at that time, the cutoff went to 160, and that was the highest in SSC record. So I after that I was willing to prepare more, but my mother was suffering from schizophrenia and diabetes, so I withdrew from all my preparation in 2023. And for like 5 6 months I couldn't prepare, and I
Okay.
was feeling very weird and lost. Like the cutoff is too high for a government exam. Then what should I do with my future studies? So
Hmm.
I contacted a career counselor. His website is Career Sati. He's also a TISS alum from 2013 batch. His name is Manu. I can't remember his full name. I sat with him and he conducted interviews with me, and he said that I have a very high skill in education training and business and management. So he suggested me TISS, and from him I got to know that there is TISS and there is a course of B.ED, M.ED, M.A education and other courses. And he recommended me in in the end of December 2023, that I should opt for these things. But since I have left a gap of 6 months in my preparation, I was not feeling very confident at all that what will I do? I don't have too much preparation. But he said that B.ED.M.ED does the cutoff for these courses are not super high compared to like courses like ODCL or social entrepreneurship or community organization development practices. These courses have a very high cutoff, but I think as he was saying, right, that B.ED.M.ED course had a cutoff of 120 marks. I scored 156 in just 1.5 months of preparation, and
Oh,
it's a very weird form of preparation. I didn't give any mocks. I completely just went through all my notes that I prepared. But just doing revision is not a good idea. I mean, you need to give a lot of mocks. There was a heavy focus on current affairs in 2024. I mean, sports related news, government schemes, and various other aspects. So in my first unprepared, I would say very raw form of attempt, I scored 156, and I was shortlisted in on June 11th. I got in the list that I am shortlisted for the interview for B.ED.M.ED course and also for CODP course, but in TISS Guwahati.
okay.
So in panic, I was like, I was not ready to be. I was not ready. I was not even hoping that in 156 course I could get
Hmm.
enlisted for TISS. I was not hopeful, but when I got into my course, I got to know that even people who scored 95 also got a call for shortlisting.
Okay.
Uh, but I think in with regard to preparation, CUET is not a very tough course. I mean the paper.
Hmm.
Unlike SSC, the topic of percentage for SSC, it took 30 hours of content just to cover one chapter, which is called percentage. Compound interest is another 15 hours. So the different level of questions and time I have to dedicate just to complete single topics of SSC, you could
Hmm.
clearly do it for CUET. CUET doesn't
Hmm.
ask super complicated maths question. I mean, for in my experience when I was giving it, I thought that if I had prepared and practiced even 2-3 months extra, I would have easily cleared these questions, but I couldn't even recall how to solve mixture allegation questions and other things.
Mhm.
And I think GK was the major area where I was lacking.
Mm.
So I would suggest that students, whoever is preparing, they should focus a lot on the current affairs and history, economics, geography. These aspects are asked a lot.
Okay.
Arithmetic maths is the go-to thing. They are not asking, I think in my memory, I don't think they had asked questions related to trigonometry or algebra. In my head, I can't recall it. Mostly it was time and speed, partnership, percentage ratios, mixture, allegation, pipe and sums. So
Mm.
arithmetic maths was very heavy. Advanced maths was very light.
Mm.
GK is current affairs and history a lot. In English, it was mostly vocabs, spellings, articles, verbs. So these questions were asked, but I feel I was not able to prepare well enough. And I was thinking, I was waiting for I was not expecting my name would come in the TISS merit list, but when it came, I was surprised, and I
Mm.
was planning to prepare and give this year's CUET for this course, but somehow I got it.
Okay. Nice. Uh, how was your interview experience? What kind of a question they had asked? How many panelists? Yeah.
Okay, I had three teachers to interview me, and the interview was very tough. I mean, they will ask you everything, every single word you are saying, they will ask you anything about it. If I have done my studies in political science, I should remember every single theorist. They will ask you anything related to it to explain the any political thinker like Ashish Nandi's views on liberalism and education in India.
Mm.
Explain what is liberalism. They can pinpoint a single theorist that I even forgot to study about him. I mean, you select certain topics you study for your exams, and you can ignore certain topics in your bachelor's. I ignored those, and they asked those questions.
Mm.
So few teachers, first teacher has asked me a lot about my own studies that I have done. Second teacher asked me a lot about the statistics of education. So I think I have given my interview for CODP as well. The most impressive thing you can do there is to give statistical information. Try to give any reports, ASER reports, annual status for education reports. Get information from Pratham's website, any UN report. Especially just go through the TISS website. Every single course has an annual report. So these annual reports will tell you that whatever the department of TISS is doing. So there are a lot of statistics they have put that how many teachers on percentage basis are well trained or not. So whatever you are telling them in a number format, they get really impressed with that. So I did my homework for B.ED-M.ED course. So I went through their annual reports. I went through their books. I went, what are they publishing? So get that homework at least. That the annual report you should do, or if you can't, just upload it to Chat GPT and tell it to just summarize the main statistical points. They want to listen it, and they were smiling and they were very happy to hear these things. And last, one panelist will ask you certain philosophical and theoretical question, philosophical related question like what is the difference between right to education and and the need to live. Certain people have, matlab, poor people have their own obligations to survive. They have to work to survive.
Mm.
So can they manage to study even though they have a right to study? But can they manage to study? What is your
Okay.
opinion? So they will ask certain value based question as well. So one will ask you for your from your formal education. One
Mm.
wants to hear your statistical knowledge related to the field you are talking about, and one will ask you ethical questions.
Hmm.
So that was my interview experience.
So, CUET PG stage one, can we say it is one stage one, but
Mhm.
interview again, you have to perform very well, otherwise
Very well.
you will be
Yes,
out.
it is rigorous. They will ask you and grill you every single word they will pick on.
Okay. And how much maneuver mock which you gave us, right? How much it helped
Uh,
you in the actual interview?
Yes, I went through the course materials mostly, the interview course materials related to what were the government schemes, the STAR program and portal. I think there were a lot of videos uploaded related to government schemes, current affairs. So I
Hmm.
went through all of them and noted down in a notebook and revised it multiple times. So the statistical information, the schemes, everything I mentioned in the interview as well. So the course material was really good. But I think in the course material, certain for the HRM and ODCL people, Manoeuvre was giving special content. I believe related to each course. I think if somebody is preparing for gender studies, content specifically related to gender studies should extra be provided. I think that helps to filter out a lot of not so important data. I mean, I
Hmm.
mugged up a lot of data related to Ujjwala scheme and every other thing because it was provided just for the sake. I thought it could come. I don't know, but they don't. Based on the questions, I even asked my friends who got into TISS. They said no. They asked related to the field. I mean, if you're doing for education, they only ask government questions related to education or schemes or reports. So I think that could be organized, but it did help.
Okay. And what was your extempore topic?
Extempore topic was the role of education in uplifting a generation.
Nice. Topic is very good.
Very broad. It is a very broad topic, and somehow I came up. I went through also a book by 151 essays for UPSC related preparation. So they have uploaded, they have written essays related to the topic of education as well. So I had some idea also in that aspect. I think I didn't have proper amount of time or planning for this exam, and I
Hmm.
mugged up very quickly. That is a big problem. You should know that what CUET requires and the interview requires a proper preparation. A lot of students who scored more than me were also sitting in the waiting room. I asked how much you scored. They scored 186, one scored 196. And I asked them what were you planning to do or something. They only opted for education, and I don't see them in the class. So I'm not sure how they did their interviews.
Okay. Okay, now tell me about the course experience. And this is the first year you have completed, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So how was your first year experience?
Uh,
And yeah.
I would say experience is really, I mean, I can't explain in words. I have studied in Delhi University, and this is something entirely different. I
Hmm.
mean, forget if you think that you are weak in studies or something. The faculty is really good. They really want to engage you in classes. They give you a lot of work since we were admitted in our course very late. Our classes started from August 20th and it was over by 23rd November. So in 2.5 months, they tried to fill a entire semester in there. So there was a lot of work that you have to do, but the teachers are really good at what they are teaching. They
Okay.
know how to make the class engaging. There is never something as a lecture. Everything is question based. There are a lot of group activities, and people who think that everything is in like an exam, I think unlike other courses that I have talked to, that they say a lot of focus is on the exams and assignments. In education course, class participation has a weightage of 30 to 40% in a lot of classes. So they really emphasize how students are thinking actively as they are in class. That matters a lot. So they are not just talking about education. I think they are actively implementing these things even in their courses, that students should learn practical learning. They should do active thinking. They will try to push classes to create groups, random groups, and give them activities, ask them to explain it in groups, so that
Hmm.
students, everyone should able to think and answer and these things. They don't want a typical test to be the only mode of assessment.
Hmm.
And as per the long-term course, I have talked to a lot of seniors as well. So education also has good placements as well. Right now, they are also going right now. And minimum 6 lakh rupees of annual package is being offered minimum. So I don't know what would be the highest, but overall, I think the placements are also good. The course is amazing. The teachers and faculty is amazing. And students don't need to be too, I mean, they just don't have to ace exams. A lot of focus is on their practical learning, how they are doing their projects. Our projects are sometimes like we had to do a photo essay, go to any place in Mumbai and just make an observation and observation report. And that will show how you think and observe things, just to learn how what are your observational skills. So
Oh,
these kind of very creative teaching methods are used in at least B.ED, M.ED, and MA education.
okay. And what are the recruiters coming to hire you people?
Mostly these are organization, NGOs and various organization like CSF and people CSF was there. Pratham, I don't know this year they were coming or not. But mostly NGOs that are looking for program leads. Another was Mantra for Change, I believe, and Adani International School also came. So I think in my opinion, I don't know. Actually, they only the heads know of the placement head committees heads have the actual information. But I think 60 to 70% are organization and NGOs that
Okay,
are coming for students who want to be program leads or project managers. Like they will have in certain districts they want to teach tribal students. So there is
okay,
not proper curriculum or books for these things. Then
okay,
they will take students from TISS and they will put them in like here are the students learn about their history, culture, and design maths book, design English book based on the students' expertise. So
okay.
these kind of things, like right now, few of I did my internship in under Delhi School Board, and there are also students from TISS who are hired there, and they are creating subjects related to legal studies. I am also writing a book related to legal studies under my internship. So they're looking for curriculum developers, they are looking for project managers, they are also looking for teacher trainers. So different roles these
Okay,
NGOs are looking for.
okay. What is your daily routine like right from the morning to evening
Oh,
college?
it is pretty hectic. I
Okay.
mean, they really this semester they have been very kind to us, but last semester it was from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. There was only 1 hour of break between 1 to 2 p.m. for lunch, and beyond that, all the whole time was just for classes, 2 hour classes for each
Two
subject.
hour 2 hour classes days.
Yeah, 2 hour classes for each subject, and it so 8 hour of classes happened every day. And after that, I used to go to gym and exercise, and then till 9 p.m. I'm just in the college for just basic activities of classes, exercise, eating my food, then coming home, and sometimes I have to read the texts and readings. A lot of readings will be given to you. I mean, will be you need to use chat GPT, else you can't finish it. So the amount of work is very heavy, and they expect you to be, since class participation matters a lot, so you have to do your readings to be part and contribute in class, else you might score really not too well in that regard.
Okay. So, I mean, you are in the campus, or I mean, residing at the campus only, or you took the place outside the
No,
campus?
I am living outside the campus, since there is a limit of 2.7 lakh rupees of annual income in order to get into a hostel. Right now,
Okay.
they have extended it to 4 lakh, but my father is in government services in Delhi, so I was not able to, and I got into a rent. It's a single room in Mumbai, and it costs a lot. I think people should make plans before coming to Mumbai that even if they want to get into TISS, the major expenditure is of rent and living here. I pay 18,000 rupees of rent just to get this room in a house, and there are also landlords who live under me, above people also live. It is very expensive. You won't get
Real estate is costly in Mumbai.
so it is not something that everyone could afford to even manage here. So
Hmm.
these things they should, and I have seen students who do really struggle, and but the faculty is really nice too. If you go to them, they will even work on your fee waivers and other things so that your family could manage to stay here. But it is really expensive to
Yeah.
manage your expenses in Mumbai.
How about the batch strength? Varieties
Um,
of student who
okay,
from the other state, and what is the male female ratio?
Okay, in B.ED-M.ED course, it is skewed a lot towards female. In my class strength is 27, and out of the 27, I think there are only 5 or 6 males and rest all are female.
Oh,
This is my B.ED-M.ED course. But in MA education, it is different. In MA education, I think there are also 25 students, but there are 12 to 13 males, and equal, there is an equal division of male and female in MA
okay.
education.
So people
And in
came across the India?
yes, that is very true. Nobody is coming just from one place. From Kerala, there are four. From Tamil Nadu, one. From Northeast, three, four. From Bihar, three. UP, five. We have the first activity in our information technology class where students had to pinpoint on a map where they are from, and then it was shown visually where they are from. I am almost every state in India. Almost every state.
Okay. Three things which you like most about TISS and the course.
I think the most is the way they are teaching what they are planning to teach. I mean, a DU professor can teach these subjects as well, but the way the teachers and faculty are aware and the depth to which they are aware of, and how
Hmm.
they are conducting the classes in a very interactive manner, that and how they are believing to assess a student, these things makes it the best part of being in TISS, because now I'm not mugging up something, I'm applying it constantly. It is a very application based teaching. They will keep I would kind of a Socratic dialogue, what it is that you keep questioning what the person is saying to push their own thinking on what they believe in. So these kind of
Okay.
interactive and good quality lectures and these aspects are what I find the most lovable aspect of my course. That the faculty is teaching what they are teaching really well.
So you think you have taken the right decision of taking this course at TISS?
I do feel it. I think I was always I used to teach in my school as well, but I never wanted to admit the fact because my parents were believing ki do something sarkari job and everything. So under you also don't want to say कि ठीक है teacher बनना है something. But I always like to do something, and my career counselor I think helped me a lot to just say कि don't divert from what you want to do. And my first preference was B.ED, and I
Hmm.
went through it, and now I am here. After which I feel 100% confident that yes, I think I am at the right place.
Nice. So that's all, guys. In this podcast, Akash explained everything about the B.ED-M.ED program. He gave complete
Yes,
insight, curriculum, and life at TISS. So those who
yes,
want to target same program at this campus, so prepare hard for the stage one, that is a CUET, and obviously you have to
yes,
perform well in the stage two, which is nothing but the interview round. There's a possibility
equally.
that you get selected in
Yes,
the stage one, but you
yes,
can be out in the stage
yes,
two because of the interview round. So prepare
yes,
well for both the stages. And
yes,
Akash, thank you for coming and sharing your experience. I'm sure this video will help all the upcoming year aspirant.
yes. Thank you, sir.